DeMarcus Cousins was ejected in the second quarter of last night's game against the Hornets after receiving a flagrant 2 foul for an elbow that connected with Willy Hernangómez's head. Marc, again, you were there. How did the Warriors feel about this call?
I talked to Cousins about it. He's like, it's me. That's what happens to me.
Right.
It is what it is. But, you know, I'm an 80s dude, man. And I love that crew. They had a great referee crew, and maybe it's a letter of the law, but I thought it was too much. You give him a flagrant, move on. I don't even know why we're even looking at video. I'm getting tired of that in college basketball and NBA, too.
I mean, how much does reputation play into this?
I mean, it plays a part, but also, to be fair to the referees, the league has tried to legislate above-the-shoulder hits.
Yeah.
And they don't care about intent. It's not about,
he's
a bad guy or whatever. It's just they don't want guys to be flailing above the shoulders. And at this point here, I don't think he did it on purpose. I think that's pretty obvious. He's trying to just jostle for position. But his arm went a little high, and like Marc said, it's a letter of the law thing. They just want, if it's above the shoulders, they're not even going to mess around with it.
But you don't think that just the human factor plays into this at all? Like, he's a guy that they've targeted because of his personality, and
I don't think so.
No,
I know those refs pretty well.
Yeah.
There's nothing vindictive about it.
No, I'm not saying it's vindictive. I'm almost saying it's even subconscious.
But it's when you look at the call, it wasn't a technical or some people try to frame it in the write-up today of it being him trying to fight or something, about his fist being closed. And I said, no, it's actually irrelevant.
Right.
Because it's a flagrant 2. It's just a reckless action. Not necessarily intent, but reckless. And to be honest with you, we've seen it happen in the past with players where he hits the guy above the shoulders because the other player is actually squatting. Right? Because he's getting so low that a hit that was supposed to hit him in the chest ends up catching him above the shoulders.
I think he's been Boogie light these last couple years compared to when he was in Sacramento.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's not what it used to be.
But shouldn't we just use common sense in these situations, right? And just say the intent wasn't necessarily there? I mean, come on. I felt like if you watch that video and if they got a chance to watch a replay on that, you can see that there doesn't seem to be intent there.
But that goes back to it has nothing to do with intent.
I get it.
It was Curry, the same thing would have happened.
Yeah.
You would think that if Steph Curry would have done that he would have been tossed too?
It's above the shoulders.
Oh, I don't know.
Just because of what the rule is.
I'm telling you, they're trying to legislate this out. They don't want you to accidentally hit someone above the shoulders. So, I mean, it stinks, but I mean, at least I know this is something the league has been consistent about in the last few years.
I think Cousins agrees with you, though.
Yeah, I'm with him on this one. Yeah, I'm sure he agrees with anyone who agrees with him. But, all right, speaking of the Warriors, Steph Curry showed up to last night's game with a prop. No, not the Stephen Jackson jersey. Sorry, Amin. Yes, I'm talking about the oven mitt. That was in reaction to the last 2-minute report from Friday's game against the Wolves, in which it was deemed that Josh Okogie made, quote, marginal hot stove contact with Curry.
Gotta love it.
And did not impact his ability to land. Amin, is Curry helping or hurting the Warriors' cause with the refs?
So I have to answer this from 2 different ways.
Okay.
Part 1 is the Warriors as a team complain a lot. This has been something that's not just this year, the last couple of years. They complain a lot, and at times it wears on people, and I'm not sure how useful it is as far as getting future calls. But as just a guy who enjoys great kind of charades in this was A1. I'm talking about A1.
It's gamesmanship.
The gamesmanship was A1. Not only the oven mitt from the game yesterday, but that call against the Wolves where he hits a shot in the corner, this shot right here, and then runs back laughing at the refs, pointing and taunting the ref. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah. I'm gonna digress with you.
Okay.
They complain.
Look at Iguodala. Come on, man.
No, but they complain, but he's usually not that guy.
He's not.
It's Steve, it's Draymond.
I said as a team they complain a lot.
So to me, him saying something stands out.
I agree.
It's an exclamation point because he never says anything. For him to go to those lengths.
But those lengths.
That's not Steph Curry.
If David Stern were still commissioner, he would have absolutely been suspended.
Oh, you think suspended?
No, absolutely. Now, I am a little surprised that nothing came of it.
Because when you talk about guys getting ejected for less, for what they call showing up a ref, come on, ref, ejected, right?
Right.
He's literally pointing and laughing. Ha ha, you trying to take this game away from me, you can't. That's next level showing. That's really showing up, ref. That's not just emotion and reaction. That's disrespectful.
So you think if it was Steve Clarence, he would have got a tech.
But look,
Draymond Green.
going back,
They would have put him under the jail.
going back to my original topic, you said if Steph Curry would have elbowed somebody like DeMarcus did, that he would have been taught. I understand what you're saying, but look at what just happened. You just talked about it, blatant disrespect, and nothing happened there. So I feel like Boogie is validated just by this second clip that we're playing here.
I mean, I don't know. I still feel like
I'm reaching, you think?
Yeah, I think you're reaching because that particular call is something specific. Come on, man. Like him. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
The ref didn't see that.
But the league saw it. But the league saw it. That's my point. Yeah. The league saw this.
Yeah.
Whoever's back in Secaucus saw it, and the next day,
saying Kiki saw it,
and the guys in New York saw it, and they didn't do anything about it. And to me, because
maybe you putting them on game and you about to get Steph.
You're about to get Steph suspended. Warriors Twitter, Darth Amin at Amin.
This is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
People always talk about the tension between the refs and the players. There's a tension between the refs and the NBA as well.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff like
got
this.
100 cameras. Why do you think there's so many referees that have retired in recent years or
I'm just
gone
saying,
to college? That's a hard job,
That
man.
stress is there. That tension is there. And stuff like that.
Big brother watching every move.